Daddy, don't do this.
Before we begin, since this is Aunt Bethany's 80th Christmas, I think she should lead us in the saying of grace.
Oh, great.
What, dear?
Grace!
Grace. She passed away 30 years ago.
They want you to say grace. The blessing.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
My name is John Palumbo. I am 20 years old, and I am a first-year freshman here.
Hey, I'm Alex Stroh. I'm 18 years old, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Nova Olson. I'm 18, and I'm a freshman in college.
Darlene Weber. I'm 18 and freshman in college.
My grandma, grandpa.
Walkers. Like walkers.
Republicans.
Beards and white hair. Run down. Relatively stupid, senile, gross, usually fat.
I feel like they're made fun of a lot. I feel like they're kind of the butt of jokes. Slow driving is a big one. Like, people make fun of the fact that they can't hear or see, or like they get senile. People make fun of the dentures. It's kind of a stereotype that they're like grouchy.
Yeah. It's cranky. They like to play like bingo and stuff. Like in Family Guy and stuff, they portray them as jerks. I mean, to a certain extent, but it's like just like every other kind of person. Some people are, or some old people I feel like could be mean or senile, but others can be like super nice.
Not with the old people that I know. I mean, some are, like the really, really old ones, but I think that it's narrow. I mean, the media is kind of what's in charge of all the stereotypes, in my opinion. So I feel like if the majority of programming and, you know, all media stuff kind of shifted that and made old people appear in a more accurate way, then maybe society wouldn't look at them according to that stereotype, I guess.
Go out there and actually, like, talk with real elderly and aged people, not just have this stereotype that's been going on for however many years. Pretty much since start of television, I can, like, some of the first television shows, like, the elderly have been like, meh.
Showing more real-life examples, like going to, like, an actual nursing home, because, like, I volunteered at nursing homes before, and there's, like, really nice people. Don't get me wrong, there's still the, like, not nice old people, but there's a lot more nice ratio to not nice.
70.
70?
I'd probably say 70 or above.
70?
I think if you're under 30, you're young, and if you're in your 30s, then I don't know what you are. You're in limbo.
I'd probably say 50 and below.
You become old as soon as your, like, mind lets you become old.
Crosswords and watching birds.
I know my grandma likes to read. My grandma watches CSI a lot.
My grandparents on my mom's side, they like to go hunting, which I know that's not typical. That's what they like to do. My grandparents on my dad's side live in Florida and play shuffleboard all day, so I feel like they're pretty stereotypical in their leisure time.
4. It's like my grandma like bakes for fun, and they all just kind of like work. They don't really do anything too fun. They're like 70s.
And your grandparents are still in their 70s?
Yeah, 70s, late 70s, yeah. One works actually at a nursing home, ironic enough. One works for the paper, and then I think the other one's like retired.
All 4 of my grandparents are alive.
Only 2 now. I did not get to meet my grandpa on my other side because he passed away when my mom was 3.
Okay.
And on my dad's side, he passed away when I was 18. Pretty much, I think, like grandkids.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a lot like my grandpa and spoiled the living. Yeah, spoiled the hell out of them. So.
Nah, I don't want to be old.
You don't?
No.
Not much. I'd rather just stay young, to be honest. Being old really doesn't look that appealing to me. I guess maybe financial security would be something, but I feel like that dream's kind of dying.
Not doing anything with my life, just kind of relaxing.
Really?
Yeah, probably have some money to sit back on, like retirement money.
I think it's just because of the generation they grew up in. Like, if you think about it, like, everything back then was a lot slower. Now everything's fast, and it's all, like, digital and impersonal, and I think that kind of is irritating to have to try and to adapt to something completely new.
Maybe because things, like, aren't the way that they used to be kind of thing. Maybe they're not scared, but uncomfortable or something with the way things are nowadays, something like that. So they're out of their comfort zone of what they grew up with.
I think it's a mix of being raised in a different type of society where things like technology and other big social movements hadn't really taken effect. I think that kind of influences their behavior and the way that they treat people and treat the world around them. And I think that part of it's also because like they're probably tired all the time and they probably don't feel very well.
I don't think they're being treated as well as they should be. I'm not saying it's terrible in every aspect, but I think there's definitely the stereotypes that are created. I think they're not necessarily good, and I think that there are better ways that, like, say, like a nursing home or something could take care of old people, not just the media, but in general. Yeah.
I think that we're being treated negatively by the older generations in the United States. They decided to tank the economy and start 2 world wars. They're the ones who are up in the Senate and everything, making all the laws. They're the biggest population, hence being baby boomers. They control most of the wealth. Okay. And they pretty much go out of their way to trash talk, you know, our generation at any chance they get because they feel threatened, and I don't really dig it.
No, I don't think generally, because, like, from where I grew up, like, you respected your elders, and no matter what they did, you had to follow rules, and you did what they asked you to do.
Yeah. Families don't necessarily stay together the way they used to. I mean, it used to be when people got old, you just took them into your home and cared for them and made sure they were happy. Now we stuff them in weird, gross apartment complexes where they're old and die there and sometimes neglected, and we make fun of them and call them fat and ugly and senile.
I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. Now what I'm with isn't it, and what's it seems weird and scary to me. It'll happen to you.